Hi, this is Susan from Susan B. Cards. Today I'm going to be working with the Merry Moments Holiday Kit from Spellbinders. It comes in this really nice box, and I will show you the contents. Here's a list of everything that's included, and on the back there's some card ideas. Okay, so first things first, 2 envelopes filled with die cuts. A nice set of stamps, Happy Holidays, Sending Merry, Happy Christmas, Oh What Fun, some stars, Wishes, Magic, Cheer, Season's Greetings, and the number 25. This is really nice. These are faux wax seals to stick on your cards or on your envelopes. Now there's lots of different stickers, some sentiments that you can include, some labels. Here are some chipboard stickers, some frames and sentiments, some chipboard 12 Days of Christmas stickers. Oh, these are nice. These are some dimensional stickers. Just some pretty sentiments that you could put on the front of a card and then, put things around it. Here's a 6x6 paper pad, and there's 40 sheets, 20 designs, and it includes 6 foiled sheets. So I'll just quickly flip through so you can see some of the patterns in here. This one's nice. You could cut that apart, use pieces of that. And then a bag of these pink sequins, some cards and envelopes, and these are really nice quality, nice and thick. 2 sizes of cards and envelopes. Some pop dots and sticky tape. The last but not least, some paper, some cardstock, silver and gold, pretty cardstock, all perfect colors for the holidays. And that's everything that's included in this box. I'm going to show you some of the cards that I made with this kit, but for my first card, I just want to show this one that's on the printed form that gives some examples of cards that you can make. And I really like this one, and it has the 12 Days of Christmas, and these are chipboard stickers. So I decided just to copy this card, and I think it's perfect. The only thing I don't have is this gold twine, so I'm going to leave that off. I put all the stickers on this piece of red cardstock, and this red cardstock was included in the kit. It's like the perfect shade of red. I'm gonna have to look this one up on the Spellbinders website. I think it's really nice for Christmas. And this probably took more time than any of the other cards that I made, just because it's, you need a ruler to get everything straight, and I don't even know if it's exact right now, but it looks good enough to me. The other thing I think you could have done with this is make tags. I think that even just 1 of these or 2 of these on a tag would be really cute. But I really didn't need any tags at this point, and I like this card so much I decided to make it. So I have this already. This is the 5x7 card that's in here that comes with the kit. And usually I make my own cards from cardstock. 5x7 is a little bit trickier because you end up with, a strip, a couple of strips of scraps. And I have so many of those, so I was so glad that they included these pretty cards, and they've got a little texture to them. And I put one of the sentiments that comes on the stamp set that's included in the kit too. It just says Season's Greetings. And I'm going to gold heat emboss that. So I put some anti-static powder on my card front. And I have some Brutus Monroe embossing powder in Gilded, and this is my favorite one. It's very fine, so you can get a really nice detailed image using this powder. And it comes in black and white, and I have those too, but I think the gold is the one that I use the most, and that's called Gilded. I have everything linked in my description underneath the video, and also on my blog at susanbcards.blogspot.com. So I'm going to go ahead and pour some of that gold on here and heat emboss it, and I'll be right back. Here it is, heat embossed. And now I'm just going to adhere the panel onto the front of the card. And here's my card complete. So as you can see, it's pretty similar. I just use a gold metallic matte for this. And I like the way that looks all pulled together. So that's one of the cards that I made. I only made 2 5x7 cards. The first one that I showed you, and then I used the raised stickers here that say ho ho ho, and popped up the Santa, and then I just attached all the other die cuts that were included in the set. And this pink paper also was one of the cardstocks in the kit as well. If I did this over, I think I would have done some kind of frame around this, but I think it's a cute card anyway. I'll show you how I organized my die cuts. I have them in these small plastic containers from Scrapbook.com. I took all of them out of the envelopes. I put some of the small ones in one, and then the larger elements and some of the larger sentiments in this other one. That way I could, you know, easily grab these pieces, sentiments to put onto a card. A lot of the small pieces are fill-in pieces, or these little pieces of candy. And the little ones look good, you know, maybe tucked in. On that first card, I took the gift and I just kind of tucked it behind Santa's sack. So it looks like there's a gift popping out. Here's one of the sentiments on the card. It's so convenient to have all the pieces that you need. So here's a few of the other cards that I made. These are all A2 size cards. These cards are also included in the kit, and it was kind of a relief not to have to make a bunch of folded cards out of 8.5 by 11 inch paper, and I do that because it's inexpensive. But this kit has cards and envelopes included, and they're kind of a cream. They're really nice. So here's one that I made. I used some of the pattern paper that's included. This is gold paper that's included, and I just took an old BetterPress plate, and I think it was called Starlight, and that was from last year, and I just pressed it with no ink, kind of like an embossed piece, but it has a pretty pattern on it. So I put that on there, and then I used some other pattern paper to make this small rectangle. That's also die cut. This is one of the stickers. It's a chipboard sticker. This is just a piece of paper die cut. The same with this tree. The bow was separate. I just glued that on top. I popped everything up with a piece of fun foam. Same with this piece. I popped it up, and just by making a small decorated element, it just gives a lot of interest. Popping the pieces up make a big difference, but again, you don't have to do that if you don't like a lot of dimension on your card, or if you don't want to pay extra for postage. So that's my first card. I think that's about everything I did. I did put this little gem on here, and that's a Pinkfresh gem that I glued on. This is the only card that I made that is kind of distressed. So again, this is the paper that's included. It's a pink map, and I just distress inked the edge, and I distress inked all these pieces that are included. The train, the ticket, this leaf here. This is a wax seal, and these are the faux wax seals, and I just stuck that on there in the corner. I just had a piece of glitter paper, And I never do this, and I save all these little pieces, but I found this one and I thought it made a cute train track. This is a sentiment that's also included that I popped up, and I just used some distress ink around the edge to make it look more antiqued. For this card, I took some sentiment stickers that came on a sheet, and I just cut it down and then attach it to a piece of cardstock and then pop the whole piece up. So it kind of looks like pattern paper. And here's the rest of the sheet. And you can see all I did was trim the sides down and attach it. So I didn't even bother taking each of these off. I just cut it down, stuck it onto a piece of cardstock and to get this paper. This is a sticker that has ornaments, but I attached some of the dimensional pieces on here over the sticker. So just to give it a little bit of dimension, and it's kind of nice. It has a little bit of gold foiling on it. For this card, I just used the paper die cuts that were included in the set. There's some larger ones. I took the Dear Santa letter and I attached this die cut that's a special delivery and just glued those together, and I popped it up on fun foam and I matted in metallic gold glitter cardstock. I attached one of the faux wax seal stickers on here, and I wanted it to stand out with some gold since I had so much gold in here, and I just used the this is a DecoColor Premium Prime Gold pen. I know a lot of people use these on the real wax seals. This next card again is another one of the, I think this one's an envelope die cut, and it had the bow die cut included, this little house. The houses are really cute to attach onto some of the larger pieces. I attached this pink gem onto where the knot would be on the bow, and these are also chipboard stickers that I just put on here. And again, just popping it all up with fun foam or foam tape really makes a big difference. This last one, this is a frame. It's a chipboard frame, and there's a couple of these in the set. And I thought about making a shaker card, and that's actually, I started to raise it up like that, but I decided that that would be just too much dimension because the chipboard already has a bit of dimension. So I just took a piece of the pattern paper and put it behind this chipboard frame, and then this is one of the raised stickers. These are really nice foam stickers, and I just put that on the front. And to outline this, I just took thin strips of gold, the same gold metallic glitter cardstock I used before, and I just cut it to fit. And this isn't even a frame, but it's 4 strips that I glued onto the back of this frame. And you know, they probably come out to maybe about here, and I just glued them on so they look like they're edging the inside of the frame, but I didn't have to actually try to, you know, cut that out. I just took strips of glitter cardstock to do that. I have one more card, and this is just pattern paper. I popped up another rectangle on fun foam. I popped up the house. I attached a piece of twine before I glued everything down, and put this little, I thought this was cute, with love. This is also a die cut that's included in the set on top of there, and this little pear, and everything kind of matches. I used a little bit of glitter stickles just to kind of dot the pattern in the paper. So these are my cards. I made 9 cards so far with this set. Here are the 2 large cards that I made. So that's the 9. And I have one more card to make, and I thought I would just let you see the process since I didn't show how I made any of these, but I think they're pretty self-explanatory. I'm hoping they are at least. So what I'm doing here is I took a piece of the paper, the printed paper, and I cut it down and attached it to the front of this card. Now what I was thinking was that this makes a nice little frame, and I like this in the center there. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this together. And this is how I use my fun foam, just scraps of fun foam. You can see that I do like to use tape plus glue. Especially when something's heavy, I just want to be sure it's going to stay. So I have that. I kind of like that together, even though it's dark. I like the way that looks. Now, these are just paper. So sometimes you can see the edge a little bit, which is white. And I don't like that. So often I take a marker and just run the marker, you know, color that matches or lighter, and just edge that. I did that with this red piece already before I started to videotape, because I don't like it when you could see that white edge. So this is just another piece of fun foam that I cut down. I have so many scraps of this fun foam, so I always have a strip here or there to use. So I'm just going to put that behind there, and that's going to go underneath here like this. And then I was thinking about using these snowflakes. Now this doesn't come with a kit. This is an extra purchase, but it was in the collection. There's a few things that you can buy separately, and they go with a lot of what's in this kit. So I thought about maybe adding those. I don't know if those are too big. Like, it does need something lighter colored here. I could do that. What I usually do is I use my camera and just take a photo of it and see which one I like better, because sometimes I can't see it until, you know, it's done. So I think I'm going to stop right here, use this camera to take some photos and decide which one I like better. And I decided that I liked one snowflake. So I'm going to attach this sticker right here. It's pretty. It's a little bit lacy looking, and it has glitter on it. Then you can see it's printed on the sticker below it. So here's the last one. So that's 10 cards with this kit, and you can see I still have so much left over. All this paper, chipboard stickers to use, all these wax seal stickers, more stickers, envelopes, cards, so much still in this set. All these great stickers here. These would also be nice for scrapbooking. It's so pretty, so much dimension on that. So that's my 10 cards from the Merry Moments kit from Spellbinders. I hope you liked them, and I know that a lot of other people are posting videos and cards on Instagram, so you know, you should check it out. It's really a fun thing. I don't usually do kits, so all I did was sit down and I put on some music, and I cut down some cards, or I cut down some cardstock, and just started putting things together. You know, this one was my first one, and I have to say it's probably my least favorite of the cards that I made, but it's still cute. You know, this one I just copied. You know, if that's how you get started, it's fine. And I think sometimes our creativity is a little bit low, and you have to think of ways to jumpstart it. So, you know, not having the pressure of, you know, dyes or BetterPress or foiling, just using what you have is a challenge, and it can really help you think outside the box. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I really did. And, you know, enjoy Christmas in July, because I think August brings probably fall and Halloween. I know that. So, you know, get a jump start on your Christmas cards. This is a great way to do it. Again, I list all the products I use in the description and on my blog at susanbcards.blogspot.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.